Canard out.
Engineer ready, let's go.
Co-pilot ready. Let's go.
Power at takeoff parameters OK. Holding throttle, and here we go.
Speed increasing. Decision. 260. 280. 300. Rotate. Safety. Gear retracting. Gear up. Waypoint alert. Canard retracting. Canard in. Waypoint alert. Altimeter set.